Like I'm going to introduce. It's Crew Hotel. But first one is going to be knock knock. Open the door to Asia, Thailand. Then Techit, another someone is going to talk. But as mentioned on the Facebook page, Techit is the one he participated Door to Asia program 2018, which is last one in Tohoku. Then he's amazing. He brought the program to Bangkok. Then I don't explain about this Saturana thing because he's going to explain about more deeply. Then also Sanon. Also, Sanon and Tajit, they're working together. Sanon is co-founder of Saturana. Then he set up this Citizen Center organization, which is Saturana as a network. So he's going to explain about that. He's really passionate. He loves people. He really have a great vision. So I think they are going to talk a little bit more about it. Yeah. But this is Door to Asia Bangkok. We did December 2019. Yeah. But this is all gathering after the presentation. How happy everyone. This is what we did. Then also after this, we getting to know more about Saturana. That's why I choose you guys the first one to talk to knock door. Yeah. So this is all. So teach it. Yeah, I'll pass to you. Okay.
Or nervous because you are very formal. Sorry. Okay. Okay. Hello, everybody. It's me, Teshit and Sanon from Saturana. We are going to present our model, Saturana model, and a new model that is triggering during the pandemic, COVID pandemic. Okay, thank you. Okay, I am going to present you. Use only half an hour to present what we do for 5-6 years already. Okay. Okay. As Miki told that we start from the motto called because it's our city. So it's not belong to anyone, not belong to government, not belong to a big company, but it's also our city. That's why we collect people, mostly young generation, new generation of people who want to make things better for our city. So we have so many people and different disciplines, from a reporter, news reporter to developer, writer, photographer, of course, designer, a researcher. So many people like we gathering and try to offering them kind of work, if we can call it work, or something, or activity or action that they can make a move by themselves. So everybody like act by their own interest, but within the umbrella, within the same vision, because it's our city. So here's the timeline, very brief timeline of Saturana. It starts from 2015 at our hub at Once Again Hostel. Which Sanon will explain more about it. It's located in the middle of Old Town, and it's just being a hostel. But then after 1 year, there is a kind of community eviction next to the Once Again Hostel, old community and underprivileged community, and the government want to evict them and move them out from the place they live for their life. So that's what happened. I will show you the brief of the case for a short, and then we can go back to this slide. Here is a the case, the community that I explained to you is it's called Mahagan. It's a Mahagan fort. If you see this one, the is the community within the fort, within the high wall, because it's used to use as a defensive fort for enemy in the history. You can see there is a life very underprivileged, like compact, dense community. There's many people, almost 50 families stay there for their life, for their whole life. And they have their own history since to since 1980, since 1950, if this is in Thai century, but if we change into international century, it's 1950, and government want to evict them since then, and the community have been fighting with them for a long time, and we have a chance to engage with them as a volunteer. I am as a designer at the time. I just stopped by the community and want to see what happened there. And then I cannot go out for 2 years. Like I work with the community for 2 years to offer, to make a new dream, to offer a new vision to the government that people can stay with the park. This is the sketch design that our architect friends doing it. We try to working with the community to offering the new alternative option beside the eviction and change into totally park. We try to offer them park is okay, it's good for city, but also we can allow community to stay there. This is the existing space, and this is our vision, and trying to offering them a rendering image for the community, and we do many scene. And this is the pier, the old one, not is nobody use it. We offer them, we can use it as like a chilling space, and we have a floating market, and also we can change the basic, like this is the community, and we can change it into community farm growing vegetable, and we allow tourists, traveler to pass by, coming to visit the community. Yeah. We also doing some kind of collecting the data of people, like cultural and demographic data. Like we put it in every family into the plan, and also we try to mark what if this place can be a living museum, allow people to come into the house or to the building and learn about the historical concept or community history. Yes. We also because at that time the government really want to evict the community, so they're trying to communicate the bad message. It's not a fact, but they're trying to convince majority of the citizens to believe that they are outlaw, the community are outlaw, they need to be gone. So we collect the real data, the fact sheet, and to explain the other in case that they come to the website and they read it, they will know the information, the truth. And there's many many fake information that government trying to push up it, and we try to give them the real one. This is kind of a work for 2 years, as a volunteer. We collect the code and kind of a testimonial that the villagers, the local people commit that if they can live there, what they want to improve, what they want to change or transform themselves. And there's many people like give a commit that they want to improve not only themselves but also community and city as well. But at the end, like unfortunately, like we cannot convince the government. It's difficult to convince the government. So unfortunately, the community was evicted. But you know, after we meet up with a lot of volunteers during 2 years, and some of us thinking that our job is not finished yet. We can do something more. So during the working in the community, we use once again hostel as a hub to slowly establish our team, Satrana, starting from many idea of many people, and then it's starting to become getting bigger. People coming and sharing what they thought, what they want to change our own city. So it's become like there's many different divisions along the year until 2020, 21 right now. Yeah, we already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, kind of 8 units within the one umbrella. Yeah. And okay, here is the overall image of the Satrana. As I told you that we share the same vision. We have one vision, but we separate in 3 divisions. You can see in the biggest circle in the middle, we call lead, Satrana lead. This is what people know us because we work a lot to improve or to change the city by project, and people aware that what we are doing from doing like kind of transportation, local economy, and then when people know about us, then we trying to like move our awareness, not only working or improving or making a better city by project, but we also want to maintain it. So then we establish or we change the concept of the hostel to the concept of life. Because when we want to improve, when we improve it, we want to maintain. And I think if we have a physical space, we can exhibit, we can show off what we improve, and it will be last long. It will be living museum for the city. So we are doing Satana Life. And then another one is we're thinking about connecting with the world, like Door to Asia Bangkok. I think what we're doing is not, I think we can share the same vision because we all are living in the city. So I think like our know-how or what we do, or our failure, not only success, we can share with others. So we kick off the Satana Lab in order to connect with the world, to make some experiment, yeah, and connect with others. But today, if we talk about the whole thing, it will take a lot of time. Today, so we are going to focus only the Satana life, which is like we transform a lot during the COVID. It's very fitting and related to the topic of South Asia knock. So we changed from the, as I told you, from the hostel to something else. And I think Sanon will explain more about it. So I will give the stage to Sanon. Okay.
Hi, okay ครับ Let me share my screen. Okay. You see my screen, right?
Yes.
Okay, so focusing on Satana life, yeah, basically it's happened like since 2015, but I think our team didn't recognize that we're gonna be like Satana life or something we gonna talk today. So basically, our friends and back in time like 2014 maybe, my good friends, Mick, who is like his house is this building, and he lived here since like born and raised in the old town of Bangkok. And when I was like 7 years old, I'm study at the same school with him, and I often come to his home to play, because he have a big home and my home is not that big. So I love to go to his home. After that, when we graduate from university, it's like 20 or more years knowing each other, and he asked me that, hey, I want to renovate my home to be something, and yeah, he thinking of me. And after that, I am already passionate on something like on social enterprise, trying to work with the community or something like that. So I and him together, we trying to think about the concept. Uh, so this role, I think, coming back to Mickey presentation, so it's like I am the local entrepreneur who are like start the hostel like back 2015 with the concept, the inclusive business model to trying to engage the community around the old town. I need to bring life back to the old town, because if you go to Bangkok, you will see the old town is like only old people live there, not and the tourists live there. So no young people there. So we want to be like the new vibe in the old town. And that is the picture I'm really missed, because right now there's no tourists in the hostel. So the picture we said very few, but I want to show the video, a very short video. Yeah, this is the once again. Yeah, so I think basically we want to be the middle guys to connect the tourists with the community that we are living in, and trying to make the business to be a positive impact to the surrounding community and the people around. Okay, that what we did in the past. Secondly, in Satana Life, we also did the cafe. Yeah, the kitchen, the team that we produce food, breakfast, dinner every day to our customer. What we're trying to do is to be the marketplace and to be the value added platform for for the local, for the farmer, who living maybe around there or maybe like out of there, like in the mountain or in the rice field or others. So that basically the team of the kitchen team. So right now we have two team, living cafe and rice cafe. Yeah. And lastly, during the pandemic, so we changed our hostel to be the hub, and promoting the food around the local restaurant where they cannot do the delivery service. So we are the middleman again, to be like connect the people outside the community to can connect with our inside community. So basically we did the same thing, but just change the platform and the business that can generate revenue for us. Coming to the principle and the purpose, I think this is very important, that especially for Satana Life. Satana have many have 3 division, but in Satana Life, I think it's very important for the team that we need to understand the principle and the core value of Satana or the team. What we are thinking, that Teshit said before, is the motto is because it's our city, right? What is behind that motto is mean we believe that we belong to ourselves, and ourselves we also belong to the city and the community as well. Without city, without community is also without us, without myself, without yourself. So we want to expand the sense of belonging from ourselves to the company, to the community, to the city, and to the world. So I think that is what we're trying to do in every single thing that happen. And for Satana Life is will mean more, because it will becoming our life too, like what we live, what we eat, what we drink, what we sleep. So Satana Life want to be the more focused in terms of individual, and try to be the base to add the sense of belonging, to expand it to other bigger, like Satana Lead did or Satana Lab are working. So I think is the working collaboration between Satana Lead and Satana Life, because right now Satana Lead have a lot of projects together with government, together with many community around Thailand. What we're trying to do is to bring the good project back to life. I mean, when we go to the farmer in the north of Thailand, we do the project to help the community in the north of Thailand, but we can bring what happened, what the food, what the ingredient from the north of Thailand to be like to become a life, like what we can eat, what we can aware and remind to them as well when we live in our city as well. So that is very easy concept that we are trying to bring not only the project that we did outside, but to bring it back to our team and to the services that we did. So it's including food, bed to sleep, shelter, or experiencing growth and everything that we can do. Yeah. Satana Life will trying to do this is a motto of Satana Life and maybe the mission of what we are doing. So we want to support the origin and we want to live in the city. Yeah, because sometimes we miss to support, to remind who produce thing for us. The food we eat, we don't know that who made it for us. So the first thing is to support origin. The second thing is to make the city more lively and with what we did. Yeah. Okay. Maybe we spend like I think 2 years before COVID, 1 year before COVID, and another year with the COVID to do a lot in terms of support the origin. Yeah. So what we did is 3 things. First thing is about sourcing. Yeah, I think sourcing is the key. We cannot support origin if we don't know who produced things for us, or we don't know the farmer behind that things. So what we have done before is to understand who did everything for us. We go to the coffee community up north to understand what they are fighting for, or what they want to promote. Like what we know is there's one community called Mae Chan Tai in the north of Thailand. They have a lot of young coffee farmer, and the young coffee farmer want to taste the market. But what happened to them is when they sell the coffee bean to the middle guys, they don't have a feedback back to the farmer. They don't know that do they need to produce something better, or do they need to more carefully engage with what they did. So what we are trying to do is to be the reflection, to be a very sincere feedback to help them and to engage with the how can I say, the technical guy who can help them like more. So the picture here is like all the young farmers like 20 something to 30 something, and they want to do it better. Yeah, and this is my wife, not my boss actually. So she is a farmer as well. She make rice, and I think she is one of the experts who know a lot of farmer in the north east of Thailand, where produce a lot of rice and many variant of rice that we don't know, and we can do more. This is a picture I think from the last Dot to Asia that we have workshop, right? And Kato-san do the food for us that time. So yeah, that is what we doing 1 year before COVID and trying to do more during the COVID. Support origin. Second thing is to make. Yeah, we have sourcing first, and then we do making. So in terms of making, this thing is we have a good friend who is a chef, and he helped a lot to make the local ingredient to be the local specialty. Yeah, so this is what we're trying to do more. And yeah, the last thing is living the city. Living city is mean we need to do hosting too. If you do good sourcing, you do good making, but you don't do good hosting, so people will maybe don't know the hard effort behind, or they sometimes not enjoy what they eat or what they experiencing. So to do hosting is one of the the I mean artistic work that you need to understand and trying to sharing to the customer. So we not just serve, but we do activity to help as well. For example, we do the menu here. Sometimes local restaurant cannot explain much because they cannot speak English or they're not good at communication. So our designer team help to make the menu more interesting, because they already do good sourcing and good making. This restaurant is called Fat Duck, in Thai is Pet Uan, but it's called Fat Duck because they only select the fat duck in her restaurant. If the duck is not fat, they will not serve. Kind of that. So this kind of thing that we want to promote to the people as well. More than that, we do the decoration, we do the activity workshop. This is like the roti workshop with the community, something like that. And we do the exhibition. We do the farmer farmer workshop, like you engage the people back to in the farm to understand that, do the cupping, coffee cupping, kind of that thing. We invite people to do this kind of food, I mean food hopping. You just get the pinto and then you use that pinto to hop around the many places. I think it's 3 components that I think we making it more for Satana Life. First, sourcing, making, and then hosting. This one might related to the food especially, but actually it's not only food. We can do that in the hostel or the hotel as well. So good sourcing, good making, and then good hosting. Maybe this one is what we are doing now. So 3 part. What we are doing right now, we have 3 spaces working in Look Hostel in the red one. We have a new space in the Ota as well, called Alai Alai, and the last one is Once Again. You can see the wage that actually, for example, Alai Alai will focusing more on hosting, but in terms of Once Again, we focus more on sourcing. And Rice and Look Hostel and Rice Cafe, we didn't do much on sourcing. So what we're trying to do is to organize more on the team to be focusing, hosting, making, and sourcing, to be the team that specialize in those kind of work. And next year we're gonna have a new hotel, the first hotel business of our team at the old town again. So that will be the things that we did in the future. Some of the photo in for our business. So this one is Once Again. This one is Alai Alai, is one building, small one, but very, very lively. And Look Hostel in the Chinatown, Sampeng. And the last one in Talat Noi, which is the new hotel building that we are working nowadays. This concept, we before happen anything, this is like the note taker or some kind of system mapping that, hey, what is going to be linking together, because when we do Satana Life, we need to ensure that everything connected. How we can connect with the lead team. For example, we do the project, how we can get back to what we work in the hotel or the cafe that we have. Also the lab, that is quite open, very, very open, but how we can connect. So you can see that life we focus on eat, work, stay, play, and shop. But in terms of lead, we focus on more like venture, to go out or consult to be the consultancy for the big corporation or something like that. So that basically the system mapping of Sathana. Pete should.
Yes.
I stop sharing.
This is just an overall idea that we spread in 3 divisions, but we are living in the same city and the same vision. But in different division, we focusing and we have a purpose on different approach on the lead. Yes, we doing because of we are aim for better city. We want to make the existing city to be better little bit by little bit, because we cannot totally change. And for the lab, we want to try out what if we can make an ideal for the city. So that's why we try and keep experiment, something new, maybe a failure, a lot of failure, but something if one of them can be happen, it would be nice. And for the life, because of the name, it's very connect with the ground, with the root, with the origin, with the authentic city. So we cannot explain much, but we can make it living. As Non said, that we want to make life lively, because everyone want to stay in the lively place, nice, happy, living with your friends, stay like do nothing, have an ideal time. So life is very focused on making a living city. Yeah. And I think this is the overall idea of our presentation today. So thank you for listening to us.
Thank you.
As everyone clapping because mute. Amazing talk. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Even like a short notice. Thank you so much for making this great presentation. I think we are going to start because we don't have so many, but around 29 people. We'd like to have more like a roundtable discussion. Yeah, hi, Mark. Yeah, thank you, Mark.
Hi guys. Hi Chit. Hi Sanan. Nice to meet you. I'm wondering, like, how did you guys do when, I don't know, did you go through a lockdown, and how was tourism during that, and how did you cope or survive the pandemic so far?
Yeah,
I
I think we're trying to. We are not passing it yet, and the tourism is stopped, but I think that the domestic business can run, right? So we need to shift from the portfolio that we work with the only tourists, shift it to the domestic demand. For example, the food that we are trying to do is lucky. It's very lucky for us that we start a year before COVID. I cannot imagine if we didn't have the background before. It will be quite hard. But right now we use the food business to run our service. Secondly, it's very lucky for us too that we have Sathana lead whom we work a lot with the government and the local government a lot. And you can see that during pandemic, government need a lot of help with, from the people, and for the need a lot of help from the organization like social enterprise to help them, in terms of passing through the COVID. And when we already have the profile that we do the Sathana lead and work with many government before, so some project that we shift the resources from the hostel team, moving them to Sathana lead to work more actively with the city and the community. So yeah, that is what we do. Two things. So first, we shift to the food business. Second, we growing our team in Satana Lead to get more project with the government where they need help.
Thank you.
Can I continue with this question from Mark? But I think I heard that it's going to be soft lockdown from tomorrow in Thailand. Then obviously, I think as many countries, the situation has been changing so much. Then, but also it's great to see because I visited your city just I think just before lockdown, so February and mid-February. Then it's amazing to see you shift business model to match, but to be able to survive your team. But I would like to ask you how to manage your team because you have amazing circulation system. How to manage, because it must be difficult during a pandemic.
Yeah, the COVID coming in Thailand on March 2020, and on February we just recruit 20 people, like more 20 new staff in the team. But the new 20 people make us when we start recruiting these 20 people, we want to have the people who can run across Satana Live Lead and Lab. We never recruit the people like this. Normally we will recruit like, okay, we need reception, we need barista, we need graphic designer. But this time on February 2020, we recruit 20 people who can do like across. So once we received these 20 people and we got the COVID on March, so we got a problem, a big problem that we need to pay the payroll a lot every month. But the good thing is these new 20 staff change all the culture that we have previously for around 50 or 60 people before, because they can do everything for our company. They can do graphic designer, they can do good photographing, but they can do reception too, and they can make the coffee as well. So it's like, and someone study data scientist, kind of, is very very random. So these people have only 1 month with the company, but they create a huge change in terms of the culture that we need to moving from the comfort zone, and because the new staff can do why you cannot do. So all the senior staff need to adapt a lot. And when we close the hostel, these new staff, 7 of them, I think, forming a team, and they create local, which is the delivery platform helping the community during that period. And they did only 7 days to start or delivery platform that you need to do coding and data analysis, and talking with more than 50 restaurants, and that very amazing. So I think it's just how we need to have like very clear vision in terms of what we are doing, and we recruit the very good and talent staff, only good and talent staff, and we nurture the team, like encouraging the team to win and to fail as well. Yeah, because some team also have an idea that fail, but when the idea that win go beyond, so we forgot all the fail idea, and we go to celebrate with the win idea. So I think we are trying to do that, but it's very hard because some old staff need to adapt, and once you cannot adapt, you need it will be very heavy for the team as well, that we cannot carry everyone along with the cash on hand, because every month we need to pay, and we need to run every day. So the people who tired need to rest too. So yeah, we need to understand, and we need to help each other check all the mentality, and talking very closely day by day.
Change.
Yeah, change your mind.
I don't know, personally, like I'm the oldest. It is a fact. I'm the oldest among the new generation. So as Anon told that, I need to adapt a lot, because I am the old format for the new era. I learn a lot, and I learn to trust not only friends, not only the management or people who are very senior, but to trust the junior or even the newcomer who just come into just 1 or 2 days. Maybe we cannot expect for the highest quality, but we always can expect the highest spirit from our team. I don't know. I think it's not because of individual as we told, but when we collected as a team, we share, we support, we give the energy back and forth to other. And I think I just only learn to give my energy in the different way, like to practice music or learn cooking. Yeah. Yeah, I really practice it very hard every day to give back my energy, because it's not only like to sharing your knowledge or know-how or something that's very practical, but something very spiritual is very important at this time.
Yeah, that's great. But I think you're trying a new thing, but I'll try to adapt. I think. But you get the good influence from new blood. Yeah, it's great. So anyone, do you have any question? But it's free to talk. Maybe.
I have a question.
Yeah, please.
Hi, Taichit and Sanon. So thanks for the presentation. I think I'm just wondering, in terms of you focus on kind of influencing social businesses or the restaurants or companies that are around you. Do you have like setbacks or like challenges when you're trying to create these changes with them? And also, I'm curious in the sense of you have a very large team. When you mentioned that there was 20 people, I was kind of curious because you're a social enterprise. Like what is your funding model in the sense that how do you fund these social businesses or changes to happen, and does it change like towards COVID-19? What happened? Like, did it change?
Thank you for the questions. Like, it's very challenging, of course. I can explain about the funding. As we show you that Satana lead work a lot and really like closely with the government in different like aspect. So we are not big, we are not established, we are not like a researcher institute, but we got some small funding from the local government or some of the big enterprise. So this is what we trying to shift or try to move the resource, human resource from Satana life to Satana lead, and trying to enforce and to input the project to the Satana lead. Even it's just by project, but I think it can make us survive during this time. But I still like I think we are lucky, because I think as we told that it's not happened by chance, but we like the food business. We start 1 year before, and for the city or community development, we start for like 3 years before. So we somehow establish the reputation So I think we are lucky that people didn't forget us during this time. So I think it's about the relationship. Yeah, and for the setback, I think Sanon can explain about it, how to work with the local community.
Yeah, I think the challenge in terms of the funding, as Peter should said, the challenge in terms of the team and the community. I think because we do the things very important. We only select the important work that I think the government cannot help. I mean, when we work in the city or in the country that government need a lot of help to make it better. So you have a lot of things to do, and what we're trying to do is to select the very tough one that people need to do, or is very missing in the social work. For example, when we do the community, we not select the community that that um, that 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 live normally, but we just select the community that gonna be evicted, and they do lose their house, kind of that work. So when you go to that kind of area, I think from the setback is quite normal. It's quite easy to manage with the community and with the local people, and we can finding the opportunity outside. So I think what we are trying to do is to jump in the area that very need help, and we trying our best to get it better. When we go the worst, very worst situation of each thing. For example, when we jump into the public transportation in Bangkok, you all know that you don't know how to transport with the bus in Bangkok or with the public transportation in Bangkok. So when we jump in that area, everything that we can improve. So we touch the key, and after that we got funding from the very tough very from the work that we're trying to do as well. I'm not sure it's answered the question. Yeah.
I think I can. It's like when we always looking for or pick up the really like authentic problems and authentic community, which is kind of be like a double-edged sword, because when you work with them, we don't need to talk much because we know that we are in doom. So everything is happen is better. But the problem is like it's very challenging because sometimes like government like don't look on that issue. But when we can like give them some spotlight, government will like come and see and talk to us and talk to the community as well. We are not trying to like to keep the spotlight or the light back to ourselves, but we try to share with others. We believe that if we share everything together, like I think we can go a little bit further because we start from nothing.
And I think another thing is we start from our own problem as well. So we didn't start that we want to help them alone, but we want to help myself as well. We want to help ourselves too, because if your problem solved, my problem solved too. I think this sense is very important, because when you start from your community, you make it better. It means that you also live in the better city as well. And when we go out to work in outside our community, it will be more credit. I mean, because you actually not come because you want to help only, but you have like a case study from your house, your home. and you want to expand the case study to other community. I think this sense is very important when we work in the old town. Yeah, and you see all of our business is in the old town right now. Yeah.
Because to be honest, like this is what we learn as well. Because in the past, when everything is like very flourish, everything can be happen. Like we expanded into, to Japan to bring people here back and forth. We go around the country and work with many community. But after pandemic, it's make us to we need to like we have a learning curve, and we learn a lot, and we have to come to agreement that we need to focus only from our root, our place as well. So we really right now focus on the place that our home, the old town. Everything is supposed to like grow at here.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Linda. Do you have any question?
Yeah, Tachit. I'm really amazed to see this presentation because lastly, Tachit talked about Satarana. You guys are making for public transportation needs and also some proposal for the government. I think that is in 2019, I think, when we meet together at Toyota Foundation. But now I see that it has been very successful and very big team. Congratulations for Shannon and Sotechit. I want to continue from Dinda's question. I heard before that you say you're not only do the project but also maintain all the project and the business. I want to ask, what is the role of the government, and is it is it just the beginning in the first place, or continue provide support for your all the initiative, and what government agency to support this?
I think the government they have a organization to promote social enterprise in Thailand, but right now it's not that active because maybe it's focusing on COVID or other stuff, so they're not active in terms of helping the social enterprise. But what we normally did is to work with the local governor in each city. The governor in each city, they want to make their city better. And in Thailand, the organization of the city state is easier than working on the big government. Especially in Bangkok, it's very, very, very hard. Comparing to the outside Bangkok city is much more easier. So I think the role of the government is not the main funder, or not the main point that we start. But normally we start our project first, and then we engage them later. For example, when we do the bus signage, we start from our end first, then we ask them to allow the to allow us to put it on the street. So in Thailand, this way is work better than going to talk directly with them. Will be more,
I see.
will be very
Okay.
difficult. Yeah.
And
Okay.
I think I thank you for the questions. And if like as I told you that we have two main business. Like for example, I don't know what it was. That for the lead, we always like trying to work with the government and a big company like B2G or B2B, and of course, as Sanon told, that working with the local government, local company is easier because they have already they already passionate to make their hometown better. Yeah, this is the way. But for the life, we are looking on the B2C market. I mean, like customer market. So we trying to like produce the product and selling to the B2C. So if this is just a rough idea, I think if it happens, like we don't really need the support from the government at that much on the B2C side. We are just like a merchant, just create product and selling to the market, like to the customer. Yeah. And I think this way is more sustained because we cannot rely on the central government of Thailand that much. It's very like swing.
Okay. Thank you, Techit. Shannon.
Maybe Fiona, I think we have
Yeah.
Fiona and Cherry from Taiwan. Yeah.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hi. Well, I think I have a lot of questions pop up in my head, but now I kind of forget them. But I guess one of the questions I was thinking was probably about whether Bangkok city government, does it have a long-term agenda for the long-term agenda or future plan for the city's development, and how does the Tarana's work kind of respond to that, or like what's the relationship of your work and kind of a more like general framework of the governmental agenda?
The Bangkok government is run by the police now, so the vision might very limit to safety and a lot of security. So but they normally what the government did is to hire the consultancy company to do the planning for Bangkok. For example, they have a Bangkok in 20 years plan or something like that. Normally they did a lot of physical project. Like right now they're promoting the new green beach across the park, which is I think is very nice. That if they can do it, it will be the good infrastructure for people to walk and to run or to bike. I think that is a majority of the government doing a lot of big project. From our end, we love to focus more on the groundwork, where is we be more touched with the community and the local people. So we're finding the gap between the mega project and the existing of the local community that feel and work with them right now. So we call it like small project or small change, big move. This is what we our motto is like doing the project that small, just do small change but create a big move for the people. The very example that we talk a lot is the bus signage that we do very few, like just do the information put on the board, but it's create a big move for the people who don't know. So we're doing the menu, we're doing the marketplace for local community. So it will be like very touched the groundwork, but in terms of the mega project, I think we just there's some project that the government want us to do is to like a participatory or public hearing or something that do the people okay with this building or this mega project that will maybe sometime need to evict the community as well. Do the community okay with that or something? So yeah, that is what we are normally work with the government.
I think we government have some project like planning, but we, as we told that we are just established. There is a lot of huge big institute, research institute that being as a consultant for mayor, and they work along very well, and sometimes we get some like small project from that institute. Unfortunately, like I think this is very like social science. It's not about urban planning or whatever. Like what we do is dealing with the people, dealing with the community. So sometimes it's very soft, very abstract. It's difficult to put in the plan, you know, in the city plan. So I don't know if I'm the mayor. I don't know how to put it as well. Okay, you need to like empowering. You cannot count. Like Sano said that if we organize a participatory workshop, they just only need to count the head, to count the number of people who attended, and that's nothing. You know, you cannot measure by people like attending or by the voting, because it's very like intimate more than that. Like, but so that is difficult to bridge from the policy to what we are doing.
Thank you.
But that is a fun part to work with the government.
But it's not fun part.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's amazing. Like about you are about the product. You said the example like a bus stop idea. You start everything. You start from yourself, even like small. But normally, when government offer bus, the company they pay kind of test fee, like maybe a pitch fee. So you made it by yourself, right? You made bus stop, then you did research. The system, yeah, that's amazing.
I think that is when someone asks, I think when we're living in the country that a lot of bad thing, you know, a lot of things that need to improve, I think is good for citizen and the designer to to have a gap to, you know, do a lot of things. You touch anything, you can do it better. So
yeah, so for better is good word. It's amazing. For better, like even can also understand as well. Yeah, also Sherry, you want to ask something? Maybe it might be like a last question. The session.
Thank you, Sanan and Teishi. Thank you for sharing. I have another question. It's about, because you also mentioned you're trying to adapt to the new situation right now, like when you're like recruit your members or try to change the way you work. And I have a question is that because now I believe people are changing their perspective, their way of thinking to life and how they see their living area and the surroundings. And but now like we're dealing with this situation as kind of we're trying to find out a temporary solution. But I'm curious about do you see any potentials or the new ways like to probably to develop in the future, then probably after the pandemic situation, because now people are trying do a lot of experiments like digital tools or another way to meet each other or gathering like us doing online. And I'm just wondering, do you see any potentials for the future plan in Satarana?
Yes, I think we learned a lot. I think during the pandemic, I read a lot as well because I need to know a little bit more. And I find as a human, like when we become civilized like this, not because only the money, the capital, the money capital. It's just an exchange system. But I think what Saturn want to make it like sustain or to make it more stronger is social capital. It's about network. It's about norm. That what we're trying to like make it solid, and it's about trust. Like Dr. Asia doing, like your guys, like Coldplay or whatever doing. We all know that this is the capital that will last long with us. Is trust, network. Well, I think, and after everything is settled down, when the circulation of economy is come back, sooner or later it will come back. I think we can use the social capital to expand it. And I think this is the time to collect this capital. And I think it's easier to, at this time, to collect it. Because during the normal life, you can earn, you can spend by yourself as individual. But right now it's difficult. It's not enough. So we try to connect, we try to share. And for me, I think this is the opportunity to recall the asset of the human, to recall the capital of the human back again. And I think it will be last long, it will sustain. And after that, we can share it again. I read the book, yes, I will put it on the next to my desk. There's like a climate expert, is climate experts. I don't know why they said that, but they said that we created a way of rising standard of living that we can possibly pass on to our children. You can get this burst of wealth that we have created from this rapacious behavior, I mean like hyper consumption, whatever. But it had to collapse anyway. You know, if you eat, you spend a lot, it will be collapse anyway. He said that real wealth is something you can pass on in a way that others can enjoy. I think that we're trying to like make it happen in this way. I don't know, but Sanon can share your thought.
Yeah, yesterday they have a stat in Thailand that every 90 minutes they're gonna be someone suicide, like finish your life, because this is a stat during like last year of pandemic, COVID pandemic. So I think the first thing that happened to especially in the generation Y, or the generation that you know, building or trying to build the family, you know, trying to make your own business or something like that. Right now it's like mental health is very breakdown. I think that is the first thing that I see the trend in especially in Thailand. The second thing I think inside the city is quite the living standard in the city is very poor, I think, comparing to, you know, living in outside the city, like living in the nature, living in a farm, or living where, you know, you have fresh air. So I basically, the opportunity that I think is to make a work or to make your company more meaningful to life, to individual life. And what Satharana trying to do since day one is to make it meaningful, understand what the world need, and understand what the community need, what is your need, and, you know, merge it together with the work that you do. So if you can do that, I think the question about why you're doing this, or question about the mental health, will be like more it will be better. Secondly, we want to engage outside Bangkok or outside country to be inside Bangkok more. It doesn't mean only the coffee or the rice, or, you know, the ingredient, but it's mean the spirit. The spirit outside the Bangkok is very genuine. It's very fresh, and but the spirit in city is very. I mean, sometimes it's very harsh, and you not smile to each other much like you smile outside. People outside. So what Satana Life want to do is to create the kind people, or the spirit that we feel when we live outside Bangkok. Bring it back to our business and translate it in our dish, in our hostel, in our bed, and made it more touchable. So that would be the things that we're trying to do, and the opportunity that we want to do after the pandemic, after the world come back to connect once again. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sanon and Techi. It's great. I think great ending answer. It's amazing. But thank you so much, Techi, Sanon. Then everyone clap.
Thank you, Mickey, for organizing Go to Asia team to organize this session. I miss you guys all, new or old friends.